Hello, EN 112 students. For this week's assignments, we are going to use a source Padlet, and in this short presentation, I will explain to you why we are using this source, and I will also explain to you how we are going to use it. So why are we using interactive or collaborative sources? I would prefer to use the word interactive because collaborative writing means one draft composed by several writers, and that's not what we are doing. What we are doing is that we are interacting here, basically sharing questions, information, and sources. And this is a very useful tool to use in the pre-writing phase of writing, because everybody knows that one of the hardest things to do when you have to write a research paper is to figure out what you want to say and what you need to say. So once you signed up to Padlet free of charge, you are using a free template, then I want you to create these 4 columns. And in the template, there are already names for the columns, so you just have to rename your column, and please use the same thing: what we know, what we want to know, what we found out, which is a source sharing column, and who are our experts, and the first draft for sharing that has to be left blank for now. So once you created these columns, I want you to write at least 3 ideas or questions or share sources in every column. And I also want you to find a nice picture somewhere that represents your topic. I thought this works. You can also choose uh, an icon, and all these tools can be found here. This is where I found my icon. This is a very useful piece of information for you because this is how you will share your page. And then just click on the plus sign if you want to add anything, and it's pretty self-explanatory of what you can add. In this area, there is an icon that shows you how to add a picture. So when you are done, then you should invite other students from the class to add their own information, and that way you will have so many ideas. If everybody adds 3 ideas, 3 questions, and maybe at least 1 source that they think can be useful, by the time we finish this part of the cycle, you will have enough ideas to get started, do your research, and start planning your paper, start reading up on your research, prepare an outline, and for next week you will be ready to write your first draft. So I hope this looks easy enough. And if you have any questions as you go along, please feel free to ask me and I'll help you out if I can. Now, for next week, you will have a first draft, and then again, it's very easy. Please do give your first draft a title. Type in the title. This question is not a title, this is your topic. And then click on the upload, and then there's a link, pick file, which will take you to your computer. And I'm not uploading a file here, but you know that this is pretty much the same as you are uploading files in Moodle, and upload your first draft. And then again, the next phase is going to be opening it up to your group members. You will know who to share it with, and there will be instructions in Moodle. And then everybody will have to read 2 papers, and after reading the papers, give some feedback. So please be reminded that when you give feedback, you are trying to point out things that you liked in the draft or information that you found useful. Please ask a couple of questions of what else you would have liked to find out in the paper, and also make some comments if you noticed some problems. But for this exercise, do not focus on grammar, spelling, and typos, but focus on the big issues. And if you read the assignment sheet, you should know what the big issues are. For example, does the essay have a good introduction? Was it easy to find the thesis statement? Is the conclusion a good wrap up, or does it seem to be repetitious? Or if you see any problems with transitions, or if something was not clear, for example, the essay used some technical terms that were not properly explained, feel free to make a comment on that. And I would recommend you to read the draft and write your comments in a Word document so that you can think it through carefully. And when you're ready, you just copy and paste it into that area. Oh, okay, because I did not upload anything. So suppose that there is already an essay uploaded, so you have to type your comments into this, or copy and paste your comments into this write something area. Now there is another feature that I want to show you before I say goodbye and let you have fun. Make sure that you slide this attribution button to the right, and every time you make some changes you have to save. Well, this way, when you save it, then you see what happens. This way everybody can see who made what comments, and the same way you can tell who made the comments, or who gave you feedback on this first draft. So I hope this explanation was helpful, and be reminded that technology is a unique learning experience. So it doesn't help you too much if I explain to you how to use every feature on this page, but be experimental, click on everything. Don't worry if you make mistakes, and you can always go back and edit, and just enjoy this sharing, because one advantage of using a tool like Padlet is that this is as close to real life writing experiences as it possibly can be, because do not forget that in real life we never write for a teacher. We always write for an audience, and our purpose is to inform the audience on the topic that was assigned to us, and also demonstrate that we are using good, reliable sources. So I hope this was helpful, and I'm looking forward to seeing your pages in Moodle.